this thing was rough as a fort living on here, and then it's been abandoned for 20 years and everything, and now they're on here living there, for weeks at a time. Like you said, what are the living conditions like on this thing? Like, what are their utilities like? How do they get water? All that stuff.
Fortunately, they had, some of the people who helped out with the radio pirate era were pretty mechanically inclined, and so they got these not antique, I guess, they're from World War II at the time, these diesel generators up and running. But
okay.
it was nothing short of a pretty miserable place to be for quite a while, because again, you're at the mercy of the weather. It's freezing cold and windy and rainy all the time. It wasn't sealed up properly, and even today it's a big concrete and metal structure. Certainly not very, geared for cold weather, but, little by little, they brought cooking, kitchen appliances, beds, sofas, books, just whatever you have, whatever you would need to make it a little more habitable. And so, they could stop passing out due to the cold and, have a little less rough go of it. So, gradually to the point where it's at today, where it's, the kitchen is indistinguishable from that of any in a, nice home. And they have workout equipment and the internet and furnished bedrooms and stuff like that. So took a lot of work for sure, but gradually it became a little more comfortable place to be.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So here's kind of like, is this what the kitchen looked like when you were there, or is this older?
No, that's essentially it. And that picture to your left of the living room with the wood stove, the one below that.
Oh, that one right there.
Yeah. I actually took that photo. So
did you?
That's just as you can see, there's that wood stove in the background, some plush couches and TVs and books and movies and stuff like that. A fan if you need it. So
right, yeah. Just looking at this, it just looks like kind of a regular, maybe a little rinky-dink, but just kind of a living room, family room type of thing.
Yeah, it kind of, the whole thing struck me as like it's kind of like a furnished like cellar, like where it's it's definitely not cozy necessarily in a traditional sense, but it's not uncomfortable either. It's just like kind of like you're in a nice basement, really.
Right. Yeah. Man. And then so were all the bedrooms did they sleep in those columns then too?
Yeah. There's the prince's various rooms throughout there. There's a guest room. There's rooms for the caretaker that they've outfitted kind of to their liking. That one of the caretakers, Mike, was telling me, he'll see like cool pieces of art at a yard sale and be like, oh wow, that'll look great in my room in Sealand. And getting old just kind of leftovers from like construction projects and using those to for Sealand too. It's kind of patched together, but it all looks cool, and again, it's definitely not an uncomfortable place to be for the most part.
Right. Yeah. Cool. Okay. And then so they have their generators for power and stuff, and then how do they get like potable water? Do they have to just bring that on?
Oh, right. Yeah. It's all their food, drinking water, all the amenities they need. Everything has to be brought out on a boat or by helicopter, but that's generally prohibitively expensive. But when the caretakers go out there, they'll bring 2 to 3 weeks worth of food and booze and water and stuff, because that's really the only way you're going to get it. Though they of course have, a cellar that's stocked with, non-perishable goods for quite a while. But everything drinkable water definitely needs to be brought out there.
Right. Man, oh man. And then do they have, I guess like all their trash and sewer and stuff too? What do they do with all that?
I believe the toilet flushes into the ocean, so that there's that kind of takes care of that. But I would expect that all their garbage and stuff just goes back with them.
Okay, makes sense.
When they go back to shore, trade off.
Right, yeah, because they didn't really live on here full time. They still had a house, on shore, right?
Well, I mean, Roy, again, touching on his stubbornness, I mean, he would live out there for months at a time, like just for the sheer doggedness of it. And Michael Bates, I think, said his longest consecutive stretch was 6 months, and then an estimated 20 cumulative years of his life spent out on the force. So they put some serious time in out there for sure.
Right.
They don't live, the caretakers live out there, switching ideally 2-week shifts. But yeah, the Sealand family will spend some time out there, but they don't live out there because they're fishermen in England. They have their own fishing and canning business, and, spouses and kids and, everything that they need to take care of. And back in the UK. Right.
Sure. Well, yeah, and then you mentioned caretakers. They always had somebody on here just to take care of it, but also because, like, at least in the early days, people were trying to take this thing away from them all the time, right?
Yeah, I mean it never really lost its value for people who saw a business opportunity out there. So yeah, I mean somebody had to be out there all the time to fend off invaders and make sure it stayed in the Bates family's hands.
Right. Hey, thanks for watching this video. This is my dog, Murphy, and these are dog treats. Now I'll give Murphy one of these dog treats, and all you have to do is press the like button. Just press that little like button right down there at the bottom of this video, and this sweet, adorable, cute little puppy gets a treat. All thanks to you. All right, you did it? Okay, I believe you. You said you did it. There you go, Murph. She got that treat because of you. Now, I'll eat one of these treats, and all you have to do is click that subscribe button right there, pointing to it. Just click that subscribe button, subscribe to Curiosityness with me, Travis DeRose. Get lots of good video, and I'll eat this treat. All right, you did that too? That's not very good. Bro, not very good.